When I was 7, I joined this kids boot camp at school, and I pulled a few of my friends to join together with me. This was the picture of me within the boot camp. And I was this energetic, crazy, high energy kid that couldn't stop talking. Can you guys guess which one is me? It should be pretty obvious. I've been wearing glasses since I was 7. So that was me. And in this boot camp, there was this presentation contest. And I told my friends, let's go together. You guys do the preparation, I will do all the speaking. And on the day of the contest, 5 minutes before my turn to speak, my hands started shaking. I was sweating all over, and I couldn't stop worrying. And ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, these are normally signs that you are confident and ready to go, right? When the teacher came, she asked, "Are you ready to present? Can I go to the toilet?" "No, you're going up in 30 seconds. The moment she turned around, I ran to the toilet. I hid there until everything was over. And when I came out, I saw my teacher was actually hugging someone. And that someone was the friend that I pulled. Because I wasn't there, she was forced to stand up on stage. And she didn't sign up for this. She wasn't prepared at all. And this burden that she had was pushed to her by me. And I remember feeling so guilty after that. This experience showed me that there was something inside of me. Fear. The fear of standing up. The fear of speaking out. The fear of being rejected by the public. Fast forward to high school, to university, I told myself I would get rid of this fear, that I would never be fearful anymore. But what I realized that this fear didn't disappear. It just took a different form. I stopped raising my hands. I stopped asking questions. And I stopped trying to be something or try something new as well. Have you ever felt that way? That's how I did. And in my last year in university, I told myself something had to change. That was when I found this person. Now, this guy's name is Jia Jiang, and he is kind of a scientist in rejection. And he developed a program called rejection therapy. Now, rejection therapy isn't a form of therapy. It is how you purposely get rejected every day. And after a period of time, you will feel less fearful. You will feel that you are immune to the fear. And he did a lot of crazy challenges. He borrowed $100 for a stranger. He went to a burger shop and asked for a burger refill. And he even asked Domino's if he could deliver their pizzas for them. These were the things that he was doing. I thought it was ridiculous. But after 100 days, I saw that his demeanor changed and he looked way more confident. And that was what I wanted, to overcome my fear of rejection. And that is why I started my very own rejection therapy. For day one, what I did was I decided to sing for strangers in public. So I brought my guitar, I went to my university, and I was scanning for the most friendliest face for me to begin. There was this lady walking towards me, and I was a bit nervous that I overlooked some details that I will share with you later. She seemed a bit rushed, and I stopped her and I asked, "Hey, is it okay if I sing you a song?" And she was very confused. "Sorry?" "Yeah, so can I sing for you? Because actually I want to try my singing. Is it okay if I sing you a Chinese song?" That was when I realized this lady was wearing a hijab. She was a Malay. And I asked, "Is it okay if I sing you a Chinese song?" And she said, No. And then she walked away. So that was my first rejection. And it stung very hard. But I told myself, I'm already here. Let's keep going and see what happens. Then I saw another student. She was a lady. She was sitting down the hallway and she was studying. So I went over there and I asked, "Hey, I think you look very stressed right now. Can I help you to relax a bit?" And the moment I said it, I immediately thought, wow, that sounded like harassment. So I explained, no. I just want to sing you a song. You know, I have my guitar. Is it okay if I sing a song for you? And she said yes. So this was the lady. As you can see from her face, she was very happy to see me. She was very shocked. So I sat down and I played my Chinese song. She was Chinese, she could understand. And after that, she said thank you. And then, boom, that was my very first yes in my rejection therapy. Now, what I learned from my very first experience was that facing initial rejections are actually very normal. But what do we do after that? Do we just stop there? Or do we keep on asking? And when we keep on asking, I'm sure eventually we will find someone that says yes. Because every no leads us closer to the next acceptance. For my next challenge, I decided to up my challenge a little bit. Do you guys know what this is? Yeah, so this is a bucket lid, right? That you use to squeeze the water out of the mop. My challenge to myself was I wanted to take pictures with strangers holding this. So when I went to the shopping mall, people thought I was a salesman. They thought I was trying to sell them the latest innovation of bucket lids. And after a few rejections, I realized that my approach wasn't working. So this taught me to think quickly on the feet. And when I changed my approach, I managed to get a yes from this lady. So she said yes. Why? So I went to her, I said, is it okay if I take a picture with you holding this? And she said, no. Then I did the most amazing thing on the spot. I said, actually, I am trying to build an awareness campaign to encourage young people to do more chores. So can you take this picture with me? Oh, I'm sure she's a mother, that's why she agreed. Yes. And then I took this picture with her. And that was my second challenge. And what this really taught me was that sometimes when we are getting rejected, maybe it's not the action that we are doing, but it's more on how do we approach others and how do we give a why behind our actions. Because when we have a strong why or a reason that people would listen to us, we'll stand more firmly in the face of rejection. That was my second lesson in rejection therapy. And I thought, wow, I was learning so many things already. And for my after a few challenges, this one that I'm about to share was the one that changed my life. Have you guys been to this restaurant before? So this is Hai Di Lao. It is a Chinese steamboat restaurant where the servers actually dance for you, basically. And I wanted to ask them to sing me a happy birthday song. On the day, I walked to the Hai Di Lao, there was the waitress there, and I asked her, hey, can you guys sing me a happy birthday song? And she said, sir, do you mean that you want to book an appointment with us to celebrate your birthday? No. What happened is, a few months ago, I came here with my friend. It was his birthday, and I really enjoyed you guys singing for him. But my birthday is in 6 months. Is it okay if I experience it today? And she said, okay, here is our menu. Is there anything that you want to order so that we can prepare for you? No. Actually, I don't plan to pay. I was wondering if you guys can sing it to me for free. And she looked at me and her face was like, wow, this guy, he must be having a very depressing day. That's why he's here. At least that's what I thought. Because afterwards she said, okay, sir, I will go inside and ask my manager, please wait here and don't do anything else. And then she walked inside. And a few minutes later, she brought out her manager. So this was the manager. The angle was a bit weird because I was recording from below. So this manager came out and he asked me, so what do you want? And I explained again, I just want a happy birthday song. Can you guys do it for me? And he said, okay, let me ask my manager. And then he walked inside again. And he brought out another manager. I didn't manage to take a picture, but it was this lady. And she came out and she asked, so, what do you want? And then I had to explain again. And in the end, she said, okay, I will ask for you. And then she went inside and she went to call the headquarters of Haidilao. So I sat outside of the Haidilao's queue, and it was the longest wait of my life. The waitress was asking me, so why are you doing this thing? Oh, I'm doing something called rejection therapy. Ah, so you need therapy? No. So I explained to her and everything. What happened next changed me. The manager actually came out and he said yes. And I thought it was only going to be a simple happy birthday song, but here is a video of what happened on the day. I managed to get the whole restaurant to sing for me for free. But they didn't just sing, they prepared a birthday cake, they prepared fruits for me. They went over the top. And this was how amazed I felt. I felt really touched. I never imagined that people would be so kind to me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not asking you to randomly go to a Haidilao and ask for free birthdays. That's not my message here. But what I want to share with you is this. I never thought that they would say yes. But looking back, if I never approached that waitress, if I never asked her to give me a chance, I know that I won't be standing here and sharing this story with you. And a lot of times, before we even give others a chance, we reject ourselves first, right? So why not give yourself a chance and ask before you assume anything? Ladies and gentlemen, as I come to my conclusion, what I realized that rejection therapy taught me a lot of things. And what fear has been trying to tell me was behind every rejection was a lesson to be learned. What I learned that, firstly, if I keep asking, each rejection I got would lead me to my next acceptance closer. And secondly, to have a strong purpose behind your actions so that you will stand firmly in the face of rejection. And finally, if you never ask, you'll never know. Now, if you guys watch The Office, there's a quote that I really love from Michael Scott. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So why not give yourself a chance and take that shot? Ladies and gentlemen, beneath this surface, all of us have this same fear. But what makes you different is what happens after you face rejection. And I encourage you, the next time when you face rejections, when you face obstacles, when you face your next failure, don't run. Stand firm, embrace that fear, and see what growth it will bring you.